It's a little bit chilly out here today, but it's Monday, the start of a brand new week, as many of you are working to go back to the office and resuming a lot of normal duties, as I am downtown here, back to work today in the office. Decided to step outside and get a little breath of fresh air. It's a little bit chilly, but I'm outside. As you can see behind me is our awesome Taking Flight statue. Many know this icon because of the beautiful butterfly you can see in the background. We do still have our butterfly. So if you walk downtown here on the corner of 8th and Washington here, you can find our building that is open. It's our crisis center. We also have our administrative offices here, which house all the fantastic people that work with me, the outreach and communications team, as well as all the many people who work here to help community clients every day. So this building has been here for a very long time, and the amazing people at the WCA have worked here. Hey Becca, hey Tracy, hey Loopy. Nice to see you online here. I think you're inside this awesome building somewhere. So the WCA has been here for a really long time. Started off as the YWCA here in Boise over 110 years ago, actually, before we were actually even in this building, but we've always been in this building through all of the different iterations of programming that have come and gone to help different populations here to help vulnerable families, vulnerable women and children and migrants. So what we focused on starting in the 80s was our crisis center for domestic abuse and sexual assault. And that's our primary area of focus for our services side. And then what I want to honed in on focusing on in the last few years is prevention and outreach. And some of the things that hey Ellie, that we're working on as we are trying to get ready for our new normal, you know, what it's going to be for however long it's going to be, as well as the philanthropy team. I see some of you popping in right now, is how we connect with people and connect with our community and continue to help educate people and engage with people and start conversations. Hi Diana, great to see you. And work toward changing our culture and starting those conversations, because getting more people talking to one another and addressing the root causes of domestic abuse and sexual assault, and starting to really have, hey Erin, we've a great court advocate manager there tuning in, really starting conversations, educating one another, having that common language to talk to one another within their neighborhoods, their families, their schools. That's really where we know we're going to really start to see change happen all day. So it's really coming full circle, providing those holistic services to those that are being impacted every day when they do find themselves able to come forward and seek help. And we know that's the most. Hey Jolene, great to see you. One of our former fantastic employees. I miss seeing your face. When they do find the courage to come forward, because that is such a really hard thing to do, and it's so courageous when somebody finally finds the courage to come forward and seek help for the situation they find themselves in. And it takes a really long time to seek help and find the courage to come forward and get themselves out of that situation finally. And sometimes it takes years. Sometimes somebody does eventually find the courage to leave that situation for whatever reason, and they don't seek services, don't seek the counseling. Hey Ashley, it is a great spot. I think you could probably see me out the window right there. I'm waving at you. It's a beautiful spot. We're in a great location, centrally located right down here, 720 West Washington. So we're right downtown here, really easy to find. We're online 24 hours a day if you or someone you know needs some help or resources. So that's 208-343-70. I'm drawing a blank. Wow, I know this. 7025. How could I forget that number? That's our hotline. We're seeking help and resources. So a lot of people we find as community clients are seeking services and seeking healing through support groups and things like that after years of being away from that situation. And that is just as valid and can be just as traumatic as the people who are dealing with those situations right now and today. And that's something we know is right now with people dealing with this COVID-19 situation who are being isolated in unhealthy situations with families. There are children, there are women, there are men, there are people in same gender, same-sex relationships that are really finding themselves in really volatile and very difficult situations. So our heart goes out to the community, and what my team is looking at, as well as the philanthropy team and a lot of our program staff as well, as how do we reach out to those people? How do we not only let them know that we are here? I see people popping on, so hello if I don't see your name. Thanks so much for joining today. We're so happy that you're joining us on Mondays and Wednesdays at noon for Live at Lunch with the WCA, because we are looking for ways to get the information out there, to share the important information, not only that we're here, that our hotlines are open, but that we are looking to share the information and share just little tidbits of how you can help and support, and share those little tidbits of what does abuse look like, you know, because it is more than a black eye and a broken arm. It can be digital abuse, it can be isolating from friends and family, it can be withholding information about how to access health care, and misinformation of what the situation looks like currently, and we're hearing a lot of that. One important thing that I think is really important and really hitting home for me right now is when we look at our number of hotline calls in April of 2020 and we compare them to the number of calls in April of 2019, our number of calls have almost tripled. Almost tripled. That is so incredibly significant to me. Hey, Becca. Because we're hearing that, you know, domestic violence, it's not really a problem here. We hear that year round because, man, we do live in a beautiful place. Look at behind me. It's awesome. I love downtown Boise. I am homegrown. I come from generations of farmers. My mother grew up in the North End here. I am homegrown as they come. I love it here. I raised my child here. But guess what, folks? It is a problem. It's happening in the richest, most beautiful, wonderful neighborhoods and across the river. It happens absolutely everywhere. And there are people in real crisis right now. There are people who are isolated and afraid to leave. They don't know what to do. So we're hearing that. Our hotline is here. People can call and they can call and just ask for information about somebody they're worried about, children they're worried about. What do you do? How do you support them? You know how you support them? You check in with them. You let them know you care about them. You let them know you're worried about them. You let them know you're going to be there for them, regardless of what choices they make right now, because they may not make the choices that you think they should make. And that happens pretty often, and it can be really frustrating if somebody you care about doesn't make the decision you think they should make, and that does happen a lot. It really does, because outside looking in, you think, well, why don't they just leave? How can somebody stay in a relationship where they're treated so poorly? Well, there are a lot of reasons that they do stay, and we won't get into all those today. We would love to come talk to you through Zoom. We'll have some really great ways to bring you that information through some screen capturing presentations and some great new toolkits we're working on right now. But let us know if you'd love to set up a presentation, and we'd love to connect with you and share with you some of those reasons why people do stay, and some more in-depth reasons about how you can support folks right now. But there's a lot of reasons that people stay. Finances are a big thing, security, fear of the unknown, children, and a lot of people just get really beat down. They don't feel good about themselves. They're made to believe that they don't deserve any better, that it's their fault. Hey, Nikki, great to see you. So it's a very complex situation, and it can get very scary to leave. And when someone does finally leave, that is the most dangerous times. And that's why it's so important that people know that they're not alone, that there are resources available, and that they have support outside, including supportive friends and family, and that they have resources like the WCA and other organizations. There's Faces of Hope over in Nampa. There's Advocates Against Family Violence. There's Nampa Family Justice Center. Outerline areas, there's Rose Advocates. And if you call our hotline 24 hours a day, our great trained folks can put you in touch with those resources too. So again, we're doing lots of really great stuff to try to adjust to what our new normal might look like, but also sorry, I got some friends driving by, and oh, bicycles going by too. That's the cool thing about the North End, is lots of people walk and do cool things, and dogs. We're a dog community. Is that, yeah, we love the dogs. My Yankee doggy is at home today by himself, I think. Although actually the husband is home with him. I think the husband's watching. Hi husband, hi Yankee, if Yankee's watching. Everybody wave hi to Yankee, because I think the husband has Yankee on watching. We would love to bring education to you. We are doing some great things with prevention in the schools, because we know that educating younger people about boundaries and good communication and what, abuse actually looks like is so important and vital, so that hopefully they can avoid some of those situations, or know how to deal with them and know how to ask for help and know that it's okay in the future. That's so vitally important. But now, there's a trash truck going by. Sorry, folks. That's so incredibly important, and we want to come share with you and talk with you and help start conversations in your workplace, at your church group, at your civic and community group, because that's where change starts. Change starts with each and every one of you. We can all have an impact. I truly believe that. I have been with the WCA now over 7 years. I celebrated my 7 years during the stay-home order, so I was at my kitchen counter in my sweats, which was awesome. I missed my friends, my work friends, but I know that each and every one of us was very busy working at home, trying to figure out how we could have the most impact and help the most people, while all of our great, amazing program staff was at work here, trying to keep our clients safe, and our court advocate team made the quick turnaround to figure out how to provide support to people seeking protection orders here at our crisis center, which they are still doing. So if somebody's needing to file for a civil protection order, they can come here to 720 West Washington. They will have somebody help them fill out the paperwork. They'll have one of our court advocate team members here with them as they file, over a video conference, and help them formulate a safety plan. They can also call the phone and have somebody help them, and they do legal help with legal referrals. And again, you can call the hotline anytime and talk to somebody. And I think it is still pretty telling. There's been some news reports lately that even some of our law enforcement partners are saying that they haven't really seen a change in the domestic violence calls for service and things. And again, we are seeing the impact of that. We are seeing a significant increase in the calls to our hotline and emergency intakes to our shelter. So I think I'm getting rained on now. This is what I'm doing, closing my computer. It's spring and I before we're done, but we are seeing the impact. We are seeing the impact that is that is statistically a fact. That domestic violence does increase after a natural disaster. It does increase during and after a pandemic. We are seeing it, and I do believe it will still continue to rise. The severity of instances, the calls to our hotline, the requests for help. So please help us in sharing the hotline number. Please help us with sharing that our doors are open, the services are here, and let us come and talk to you. Let us Zoom in and share the resources that we have, and help share how to start conversations, and how to have a healthier workplace, and how to have a healthier healthier conversations with your kids, and all of those fantastic things, because we've got great team here at the WCA, lots of really fantastic people doing great things. And with that, I think my comments have frozen, so hopefully I think we had Tracy online monitoring some comments. So you can reach us at info@wcaboise.org. Again, and our hotline is 208-343-7025. If you have, I had a shoe card here. It blew away. If you have any of these shoe cards, share one with a friend. Ask them if they have one in their wallet. You probably see it backwards. I can't turn it upside down. We have these here. Shoot us an email. We'd be happy to drop some off. Socially distance, of course. I do have my mask here. We'll email them to you. We'd love to have these around town, in bathrooms, at pharmacies, and businesses, because this is one thing everybody can do to make a difference. It's got our hotline numbers on it. It's got some signs of an abusive relationship that are not physical violence. That's intentional, because there's a lot of things about relationships that can be abusive, that escalate, that then escalate. Hey Brandia, nice to see you. That then escalate to abuse and the cycle of abuse. It's got other emergency numbers locally, includes Hayes Shelter House, River of Life, Interfaith Sanctuary, City Light, safety plan, a small high-level safety plan inside. So we'd love to tell you more about what a safety plan looked like. We're going to have on the following Mondays coming up through June, we've got someone from our court advocate team. Maddie is going to be online. We've got Shayla, our residential services manager, is going to be online talking about our shelter program. And of course, we always have our Wednesday stars, Rebecca and Olivia, who are going to be with us through July until their year of service ends. So they're really great and always have some fantastic information. So please keep on joining us for Live at Lunch with the WCA, Mondays and Wednesdays at noon. If you can't tune in, the episodes will always be on our Facebook. They're also on our YouTube channel. So please watch the episodes, grab them, share them, encourage your friends and family to watch, because we're here. This is one of the ways that we're sharing information and conversations that we would normally be having out and about doing outreach, that for a lot of reasons we can't do normally right now. But also we're looking at ways to help expand the ways that we're sharing information and reach audiences that we're not normally reaching, to let people know that we're providing services. Hey, Aaron's walking up the street now. You want to come say hi? I'm still live. Get over here, say hi. Pop, I'm about done, but Erin's gonna come say hi. Here's a special guest star in our live broadcast today. It's Erin, our court advocate manager.
Hello.
She's amazing. Come see her,
You're
talk
amazing,
to her.
Chris.
So we're looking at ways to let folks know that we provide services to anyone who's been impacted by the trauma of domestic violence and sexual assault and domestic abuse and child abuse, regardless of the time in your life, regardless of your gender orientation, sexual preference, inability to pay, because our services are all free. So anyone, we provide services to anyone. So call our hotline, 8:30 to 4 downtown here, 720 West Washington at our crisis center. We're here for you. Our doors are open. You're not alone. There is help. So with that, I'll sign off. Please share this episode. Don't judge my crazy hair because it's a little windy. We're here for you. So thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being friends to the WCA. We appreciate all of you, because we couldn't do what we do without our great community support. And neither could the folks in our community who need your help right now. So we appreciate having such a great and wonderful supportive community. So you all have a great Monday and a great week. Get out there, do something good for your soul today, and take care. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we all need to be taking care of our souls. Bye.